Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18 plus.
Do you want more success, more growth, more results? Then it's time for the Boundless Success Accelerator from the Modern Observer Group. This isn't your average coaching program. It's where top performers come to dominate. Weekly group sessions, on-demand coaching, a community that's got your back, and a power-packed library of tools to supercharge your business and career. No more excuses, no more waiting. Get in, level up, and start building the life you've been dreaming about. Visit us at modernobserver.com/boundless success to join today. Let's get you to the next level.
We're here because the news is being distorted. We're here because people are being inundated with misinformation on social media. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
A major earthquake hits Asia. Pfizer plays politics with the COVID vaccine. Antisemitism rules at the United Nations, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. A massive 7.7 magnitude earthquake rattled Burma and Thailand Friday, causing buildings to collapse as people scrambled for safety. The earthquake shook across almost every region of the country, and aftershocks reportedly were felt in India and China. The extent of the injuries and possibly fatalities is unclear at this time. The aftershock was reported to have been 6.4 magnitude, according to the United States Geological Survey. People in Bangkok evacuated from their buildings were cautioned to stay outside in case there were more. Federal prosecutors in Manhattan are probing a claim by pharmaceutical company GSK that Pfizer delayed announcing its COVID shot success in 2020 until after that year's election, the Wall Street Journal reported, citing people familiar with the matter. The report said on Wednesday, GSK's former head of vaccine development, Philip Dormitzer, had told his colleagues about the delay by Pfizer, where he worked before joining the British company. The Wall Street Journal report said the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York, which includes Manhattan, is taking a closer look at GSK's claims. We cannot comment because we have not received any inquiry from authorities about a so-called delay, but Pfizer remains ready, willing, and able to explain why any allegations of impropriety is utter nonsense, Pfizer said in a statement. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announced yesterday that he's planning to scrap 10,000 full-time employees across departments as part of the Trump administration's effort to upend the federal health workforce. Those cuts are in addition to the 10,000 health employees who took voluntary buyouts after Trump took office. Kennedy wants to centralize several departments, including communications and policy planning, which would significantly change how the agency operates. Critics argue the massive reduction will hamstring critical work like preventing disease outbreaks and approving medications. The cuts are intended to streamline the bloated agency and make it more responsive. The United Nations Human Rights Council session in Geneva on Wednesday was marked by the interruption and scolding of pro-Israel speakers. Meanwhile, those speaking against the Jewish state were allowed to lob insults and accusations of genocide. UN Watch Executive Director Hillel Nur was interrupted twice while speaking out against United Nations Special Rapporteur Francesca Albanese, whose term is up for renewal. He was interrupted and ultimately blocked from delivering his full remarks. The permanent observer representative of the State of Palestine to the UN, Ibrahim Qureshi, first interrupted Noor with a point of order. Qureshi stated his remarks by saying Noor was out of order and accused the UN watchdog chief of being affiliated with the Mossad. This claim went unchallenged by the officials running the session, who complained repeatedly about disrespectful language. A Chicago alderman said Wednesday that city officials want to divert funding away from the police department, even though the city was once again the nation's homicide capital in 2024. Alderman Anthony Napolitano stated, "It's not even so much so that these last two administrations are turning a blind eye. They're ignoring the crime rate because their objective is to demonize the police department, make it seem like there's not as much of a crime issue as there is, because their goal is to steal the police budget." In 2024, Chicago had 573 homicides, leading the nation in that category for the 13th year in a row. The homicide rate per 100,000 residents in the city was 5 times higher than New York City's 377 and 3 times higher than Los Angeles's 280, according to an analysis by WirePoints. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth Daily News Brief, as well as our sister podcast, Carnivore Radio, with news analysis and commentary, and the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.